As Sam and his allies regrouped after their encounter with Loki, they were approached by a group of strange creatures. They were called Pishachas, and they were beings from Hindu mythology, known for their insatiable hunger for flesh. At first, Sam and his allies were wary of the Pishachas, but they soon realized that the creatures meant them no harm. In fact, they had come to ask for their help. "We have been driven from our home by a great evil," said the leader of the Pishachas, a creature with a serpentine body and long, razor-sharp claws. "A dark force has taken over our land, and we cannot stand against it alone." Sam and his allies knew that they could not ignore the Pishachas' plight. They agreed to accompany the creatures to their homeland and help them vanquish the evil that threatened their existence. As they journeyed through the treacherous landscape, Sam and his allies learned more about the Pishachas and their way of life. They were a proud and ancient people with a deep connection to the natural world, but they were also fierce warriors, skilled in both combat and magic. When they finally arrived at the Pishachas' home, they found a scene of utter devastation. The once beautiful landscape was now barren and lifeless, and the air was thick with a foul, acrid stench. Sam and his allies knew that they had their work cut out for them. They set to work, battling wave after wave of the dark forces that had taken over the land. The Pishachas fought alongside them, their claws and teeth tearing through the enemy ranks with deadly precision. As the battle raged on, Sam caught a glimpse of the source of the evil that had taken over the Pishachas' land. It was a creature unlike anything he had ever seen before, a massive, grotesque beast with a body made of writhing tentacles and a mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. Sam knew that they would have to fight with all their might to defeat this monster. He called upon all his strength and charged towards the beast, sword at the ready. The battle was long and grueling, but in the end, Sam and his allies emerged victorious. The dark forces were vanquished, and the Pishachas' land was once again safe. The Pishachas were overjoyed at their victory, and they celebrated long into the night. They feasted on the spoils of war, laughing and singing and telling stories of their heroic battles. But even as they celebrated, Sam knew that their work was far from done. The universe was full of strange and dangerous creatures, and there was always another threat lurking just around the corner. He knew that he and his allies would have to remain vigilant, always ready to face whatever challenges the universe had in store for them. But for now, he was content to revel in the Pishachas' victory and to bask in the warmth of their gratitude and friendship. Sam and his allies, now bonded with the Pishachas through their shared triumph, decided to stay on for a while in order to help rebuild and restore the once thriving land. They rolled up their sleeves and worked side by side with the Pishachas, using their strength and skills to mend the broken structures and revive the lush gardens that were once the pride of their home. As they worked, Sam couldn't help but notice the Pishachas' deep connection to the land. They seemed to move with an effortless grace, as if they were part of the very earth itself. Sam was intrigued by their ways and eager to learn more about their culture. One day, as Sam was working with a group of Pishachas to repair a damaged temple, he noticed Aruna, the leader of the Pishachas, standing nearby. Aruna was a wise and powerful woman, and Sam had always respected her. He approached her and asked her about the Pishachas' connection to the land. Aruna smiled and told Sam that the Pishachas had always lived in harmony with nature. They believed that all living things were connected and that humans were just one part of a much larger web of life. She explained that the Pishachas used their connection to the land to heal themselves and others and to protect their home from harm. Sam was fascinated by Aruna's words. He had never thought of himself as being connected to nature, but he could see how the Pishachas' way of life had brought them peace and prosperity. He asked Aruna if he could learn more about their ways. Aruna agreed to teach Sam, and for the next few months, Sam spent every spare moment learning from her. He learned about the mystical energies that flowed through the land and how to harness those energies for both defense and healing. He also learned about the Pishachas' history and culture and gained a deep respect for their people. One day, as Sam and Aruna were walking through the forest, Aruna stopped and showed him a hidden chamber. Inside the chamber was a sacred artifact, the amulet of Shakti. The amulet was a beautiful necklace made of gold and adorned with precious stones. It glowed with a radiant light, and Sam could feel its power pulsating through his veins. Aruna told Sam that the amulet of Shakti was a powerful artifact that had been passed down through generations of Pishacha leaders. It was said to have the power to grant its wearer great strength and wisdom, as well as the ability to control the forces of nature. Sam was tempted to take the amulet for himself, but he knew that it was too powerful for any one person to possess. He also knew that the amulet would be better off in the hands of the Pishachas, who would use it to protect their people and their land. Sam told Aruna that he would not take the amulet, and she thanked him for his honesty. She said that he had proven himself to be a true friend of the Pishachas, and that he would always be welcome in their land. Sam and his allies bid farewell to the Pishachas a few days later, knowing that they would never forget their time in the Pishacha lands. They had learned so much from the Pishachas, and they were grateful for their friendship. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you liked the story, please like and subscribe. If you have any ideas about things you may like to have in a future episode, then let us know in the comments or through PM. Please stay tuned for the next episode of Heart of the Mountain, a new episode of Punishment Under the Dome, and also the twisted world of Mr. Beastly will be airing shortly. See you soon.